Nah, somebody painted that for me though. You like her? My man painted it for me. Shout out to Dula. Dula is a master technician with that artwork. But if you need my man to hook you up with something though, I can send him your way. I don't know if he gonna give you a discount because you my peoples. He probably will. He good natured like that. You know what I mean? But I want to get on something because I was talking to one of my peoples earlier today, and you know how you get to reminiscing on past things and where you came from. Thank you. And it seems like everybody is on this Kevin Samuels kick, right? But I look at it like I like the guy. You feel me? Yeah, I like the guy. I like a lot of his point of views. I like his no-nonsense approach to common sense, right? But we got the building about us, like where we are, men and women, as far as relationships go, as far as how things are different, how women are calling more shots now than they were ever before. And well, basically, where does that leave the men? You know what I mean? So we got the building, man. Like I understand there's different points of views, and most of us we play the game differently. You know what I mean? We all want different things from our significant other. So, excuse me, I'm full as hell. I'm trying not to burp in your face. This shit is real. But anyway, we got to talking. So I think we took it back to like maybe 95, somewhere around there. And the more we talk, and the more I started thinking about how we got to this point, it brought up some tension from like where I live at, right? So here's the typical flow from the area that I'm in, right? Being new meat meaning I'm an upstate dude. I come down south. Everybody wanting to know who you are, what you got going on, what you about. Women loving the accent, dudes loving the accent. We're trying to not to act all groupie-ish around you and shit like that. And you know, you come in with your swag, you come in with different gear, you come in with like you move differently than motherfuckers move in the area that you in, right? So peep game. We got to talking about loyalty amongst friends. Like my whole thing is, and this is for anybody, past, present, future. If I fuck with you, period. Like you ain't got to be my main nigga, my right hand dude. But if I fuck with you, I'm not fucking with your lady. If I know that's your lady, I'm not one of them dudes that's gonna go behind your back and you know what I mean? I ain't cut like that, my nigga. There's too many women out here for me to be doing fuck nigga shit like that, right? But it doesn't mean men don't think that way. So it was a situation that I had to deal with somebody who I actually tried to help, and I had I think my love was genuine. I don't know how they saw it, but I'm gonna paint this picture for you. So they had something going on that I like, right? So I tried to participate and help them and level them up, right? And somehow I'm talking to her publicly, like on Facebook, and you know I'm in her inbox shit, or he ain't around type bullshit, nothing like that, right? But I'm speaking to her because I saw her first, all right? And like I said, it's on the public page on Facebook. So I asked a question about what they was doing, like why y'all, what's been going on, because I ain't been seeing y'all. So she told me everything or whatever, right? Then I hit a dude up. And I told him, I was like, yeah, I just talked to your girl. And the nigga was like, what you doing talking to my girl? And I'm like, looking at this nigga like, the fuck you mean? Why? What where you going with this, my nigga? Like, I already don't even like how you questioning me and shit. Like, what the fuck? So anyway, I understood where the young man was trying to take this shit, but I deaded that shit in the water. Like, the nigga was like, well, why you ain't tell me? And I'm like, nigga, I'm talking to you now. The fuck is you talking about? Like, so with that being said, most of my time spent here has been under some type of duress. And I'm explaining to you what that means. I didn't grow up here. So if you didn't know me, like from my younger days, kicking it with you or whatever, you really don't get it. I move differently. Like how dudes be moving, I don't do that corny shit. Ain't no way in the hell I will allow myself to even be in that type of company unless we was doing business. Period. Like ain't no question, ain't no second guessing, none of that shit, right? It's all about getting shit done with me. So, but I know that look. When dudes get that look in their eye and they be trying to figure you out. And I know women go through this shit too, so y'all should be able to relate to where I'm going with this. I'm just here to have a good time. Feel me on this. Like, I've been bringing bad women to the area since I've been here. There's no need for me to be old shiesty ass nigga and doing shit. Like, maybe that's the norm here. I don't know. It's dudes, like, I get it. It's pressure, but it's not my pressure. The fact that I walk in the door being me is pressure for a lot of niggas. And I get that. So a lot of times I tone it down just for sport. And I'm saying this because I think dudes need to understand this. You ain't gonna find out one person, one on this planet that told you, I knew that was your girl and I still tried to holler at it. You ain't never gonna hear nobody say no shit like that about me. Why? Because I don't do fuck nigga shit. Now, there are people that don't understand me, that don't like me. I'm cool with that. I get it. A lot of people don't gravitate towards the shit that they don't understand. You feel me? You can either look at the shit like motherfucker looking at me as I'm a threat, whatever. But I'm not in competition with you. Feel me on this. If I brought swagger to the table, right? If I am a man's man, right? I'm definitely about my paper. So I'm looking at me. I'm looking at what am I made of, right? And I'm like, damn, would I want to fuck with a nigga like me? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, I want some nigga pie. Fuck is you talking about? Yes, I would want to fuck with a nigga like me. Why? Because I'm thorough. And while I'm cut, the cloth that I'm cut from, a room full of thorough niggas is a dangerous thing. Oh, I got the chills. Feel me on that though. A room full of thorough men is a dangerous thing. You could put suits on us. It's the same cause and effect. We could dress like this, same cause and effect. So what do you call these dudes who supposed to be viewed as men, right? But they wear they hard on their sleeves. They can't control themselves emotionally. They fall apart at the drop of a dime. It's a character issue regionally. I do, talk to me. There you go. I do see differences in how women are perceived, relationships, competition. Exactly. So my experience, because I roll dolo. Like, I don't roll with a bunch of dudes. I don't care what hood I gotta go in. I'm coming by myself. You feel me? And that's just how I move. That's how I've been moving since yay high, dude. So I look at character. I look at people's character. And I've met literally in my lifetime, I've met over 1,000 people, 1,000 men. However, with all the traveling up and down the coast, it's not really the South versus the North. Man, that's a myth. That's a myth. If people, exactly. Hey, yo, I've said on this platform before, how can we even compare people from up there to down here? Like, that's even an issue on the strength of our grandfathers and grandmothers migrated from down here to upstate in the first fucking place. So what is this whole down? Like, nigga, I came down here for the summer because I got family here. I didn't come down here and be like, oh, you country motherfucker. No, it's all love. Everybody. So I look at it like it's some dudes, and I know it's some dudes that be like, yo, the country ass niggas. Yeah, I get that. I get that. I know they exist. I done heard motherfuckers talk they shit. But fuck that. I love Southern women. Damn right. I got receipts. You dig? It's all the same, man. I came here and fell in love with the South. Feel me on this. So maybe I'm an exception to the rule. Okay? We ain't talking about my family. We talking about when I finally got to meet the people from here. Because a lot of times niggas was bringing me here. They wasn't taking me nowhere. I spent my time here. Country is good. I had country kids. Facts. I spent a lot of my time here in the early years coming down here for the summer in the house. It was hot as fuck. Y'all ain't have shit. There was nowhere to go. And if you ain't know nobody, nigga, that's what it was. You and the VCR. You feel me? I remember the fucking mall y'all had that they tore down that ain't there no more. I mean, it ain't a whole lot to that shit. But feel me though. What I noticed though, dudes that roll in groups here, I came here before as a young boy, but I was a thorough nigga, so I hung with older dudes. I'm on some real shit. I knew more than them niggas did. All right, they was able to buy the beer. I couldn't buy beer. They didn't know how to roll a blunt. I had the weed. I knew how to roll blunts. I had the blunts. All right, so niggas smoke weed. Niggas typical down south shit. Weekend, if you ain't going to a little juke joint shit, you go to somebody's house. You get you some beer, whatever. You chill out. You smoke out. If the girl in the building, you enjoy. You play spades or whatever. You socialize. Music playing in the background. Good fucking time. All right. Simple shit. Simple shit. I miss that about the South. Simple shit. We didn't need y'all to be like them. We didn't need y'all to be like us. We needed y'all to stay simple. Let me explain that. So now you got dudes with their insecurities trying to catch up to the times. All right. And here's what I say about that. When it comes to your old lady, my nigga, your cousin might be trying to holler at her. Your daddy might be trying to holler at your old lady. Like, this shit is deeper than just me being here. And I understand this shit. But my character trumps all that shit. Because I don't feel the need to holler at your old lady. You feel me? Even if I know it was your old lady and I'm talking to her and you pop up, I know how to respect another man, period. If we got to get on some gritty shit, nigga, I'm there, all right? But I'm going to try to reach an understanding with you first because there's no rules when you got to get greedy. I don't want to have to do that with you. All right. I'm pro-black than a motherfucker. I personally don't want to hurt another brother. We done been through enough. Don't none of that matter though when a nigga in his feelings. And this is the problem. You have dudes who could have been a wrestler in school, right? They done fed that motherfucker good, so he old big nigga, but he's soft. But down here they quicker to use clannishness, distance from family, males, police. Man. Oh, you wrote the paragraph. Where you back with it? Man shot daily. Who else to flip on but us? And we not as humble as our moms, grannies, females, and crying and taking in no more. They getting paper. Traveling. We also allowing social media propaganda to raise our sons. Oh, yeah. We're working. So we're not tolerating the male insecurity that we are lacking. That male role model, that example. I'm just saying. Hey, yo, I feel you. You ain't lied about nothing you just said. But feel me though. So all of this coincides with like the Kevin Samuel shit. These niggas got a fan page on Facebook. If you want entertainment, go look it up. All right. I see how we are attacking each other. And when I was building with my man earlier, I'm like, nigga, this was all part of the plan. They just implemented it in a different way. Because you got to think, if we were getting together, we wasn't killing each other, you know, niggas gonna have their little disagreements, their little fist fights, whatever, right? Nigga might get shot in the ass, but he ain't dead, right? That was the typical shit. Matter of fact, that was typical, and no doubt, that was typical down south shit. You know what I mean? Nigga might get shot in the ass because the nigga just, nigga, get the fuck out of here. Ain't playing with you. I'm strapped. You on that bullshit. You drunk. You whatever, right? Pow, pow. You in your ass. You go get to the doctor. Get you some stitches. Nigga, you come back to the club. You know, don't fuck with that nigga. Or be strapped because the nigga strapped and he done shot you once already. So, right? Typical shit. But we lived. and we I don't know whatever differences niggas got here. Like, I don't study that shit. I don't care. Nigga, I just know how I get down. All right? And you don't come up in my space. I don't come up in yours. It's that simple. When motherfucker told me, yo, a nigga step on your property, you can shoot a nigga down here. I was like, word, I'm with that. Okay. I get that. Hatfields and McCoy shit, I get that, right? But being a real dude and recognizing another real dude, I look at it like we should be able to coexist. There should be some type of respect amongst each other, period. Not looking at the opportunity to tear another brother down just because I think I got the one up on this nigga type shit. And it's a lot of dead bodies out here because you fake ass niggas is on that bullshit. Period. Whether you putting on for the females, whether you the loud nigga that got to show out just to get attention, it's all the same to me, man. It's bad motherfucking blood. So I look at it like, why we can't talk? Because speaking about the situation with the young man, dealings with the young man on some other shit, but he ain't never apologized. I'll tell you why? Because he don't think he was wrong. And I'm looking at that as another man, and I'm like, yo, how we supposed to exist if we keep shitting on each other and then acting like we ain't do that shit? And I'm like, if you deal with me like that, I already know what it's like in your crib. How can somebody respect somebody like that when you ain't lining yourself up to be respected? Then you got dudes that want to rule their house by putting their hands on a woman. They them fed tactics and shit. That whole I'm gonna pretend I'm crazy, so You don't fuck around and like, man, I done seen it all, dude. Like, I done seen it all. And just speaking of women, period. If you listen to them, more money, better weapons. Facts. If you listen to women, they'll tell you what they like and don't like. It's that simple. Nigga, I always did everything them fuck niggas did. I always knew not to do that shit. Period. Oh, word? Yeah, okay. Well, that ain't my MO. That ain't my bag anyway. But now I know women don't like this shit right here. So why I'm gonna go do that shit? Why? Right, exactly. I'm like, dude, all you gotta do is listen. They'll tell you. They'll tell you. Never been the type to zero in on just getting some ass, because this is where we got a lot of these fatherless kids from. It's a game. It's been here long before we was even born, B. It's a game. But for some reason, little girls don't listen. You get pregnant. You get pregnant. Is dude gonna be there? Is he father quality? Is he, yeah, I mean, no matter how bad you in love with this nigga, is that man material to raise your daughter or your motherfucking son? You feel me? It's a whole lot to that. But we know these things. We know these things. I don't understand how motherfuckers keep making the same mistake motherfuckers was making in 1966. Nigga, that's not evolution. That ain't progression. I can understand if you were in a situation where, how can I put this? Where you felt like there are exceptions to the rule. I bear witness and thank God, just so rare. No doubt. I could understand if a nigga is good at acting, because there are some women who do the same thing. When people have an ulterior motive, it's a good chance you probably gonna get got. There ain't no way around that shit, all right? And there's a lot of people out here that done got. I get that. It's not your fault doing the same things over and over, expecting different results. That also. We have to work together, period. Period. The way I see things on a united front type shit, we're separated. Like, people talk to each other like they have co-workers. And you might like some of the motherfuckers. You might not like some of the motherfuckers, right? But is the relationship genuine? Or are you cool with them because you're ashamed of the other people in your family, or your friends ain't living up to their potential, so you not fucking with them? Government gives money to get rid of the man. Man, what? Where you been? Hell yeah, no doubt. That's once again, we know these things. We knew this shit in the 70s and the 80s, okay? We, the people, not me, but we knew this shit. And it passed on to the next generation. Somehow, though, between, I want to say, the generation after me and where we are now, they ain't talking about that shit. People don't talk to each other. They talk. Exactly. So this is what I'm getting at. We, men, women, period, we got to learn how to respect each other. Just try it. Trust me. My life is so much easier, right? Because I ain't coming at people with the street shit. I ain't heard everywhere I go. I like being relaxed. I like being carefree and safe. Who the fuck don't want to be safe? On top of everything, right? I go wherever the fuck I want to go. When I feel like shit ain't feeling right, nigga, I'm out. My people, whoever I'm with, don't want to fucking go, nigga. That's on you. You feel me? I know things. I trust my instincts now. Dudes would threaten to call DSS if they ain't. Man, look, I ain't even gonna get into the grindiness of it. That's a whole 2, 3, 4 hour conversation right there, mama. But I feel you. But once again, we have to get back to respect. So the phrase real recognize real, I don't even think that matters anymore. Nobody cares if you real, which is weird to me. Because let me tell you why I say that. I miss the days when women held us to a certain standard. I miss that. And me, in that moment, having to make the decision on whether I'm up for the challenge or not. Feel me on what I just said. When women held us to a standard, and as a man, as a human being, in that moment, not just lying because I'm trying to get some ass, but understanding, oh, she about something. Well, I ain't gonna fuck her life up because I ain't ready for whatever it is she asking for right now. And it's just that easy. I don't care how horny you are. I don't care how pretty she is, how bad she is, how good she smell. Listen, bro, if you ain't ready for that shit, leave her be. It's that fucking simple, man. But more people are more interested in missing out on things, which I think is weird because you can't miss what you never had. But I understand that's the game they play. You got to get it right now. What I got to do to get in? What's the secret password? You got to pretend like you're going to be my boyfriend and you're going to be there for me and you really like me type shit. And that's the game that gets played. Next thing you know, it's a baby in the oven. And then you find out that this nigga really wasn't doing that. He was just there because he was there for a good time. He was in the moment. A lot of in the moment babies are on this planet, man. You feel me? And how do we get to where don't none of these kids act like they know that shit? Like for our generation, that whole condom thing was real. I respect these dudes that's out here having sex with condoms. They fuck all day. Go. Be all you could be. You know what I mean? You out here practicing safe sex, and the same thing go for women. You out here practicing safe sex, knock your motherfucking self out. Fuck yourself into a coma. Dudes will fuck up a female life because they still mad at the mama for getting granny help, for keeping dad away, for personal, not legitimate reasons, for mama working. Yeah, man. Hey, look. The mentality in the house that I'm going to get you before you get me. Once again, all of this is a result of women not holding us up to a certain standard. Okay. Now, because, and this is on some Kevin Samuel shit, this is what I see in that particular group. I can't be around love like a 10 or stand tolerate person that I can't respect. Facts, man. Like, look, this shit is so easy. And it's funny because no matter, I'm around these new niggas. I see how they moving. Matter of fact, I'm going to give you a good example. So there was a young lady, and I'm not going to say her name, but she wanted to come in the studio and record, right? For whatever reason, she posted this shit on Facebook. I ain't asked her to do that. My dealings with you is our dealings. You don't need to let nobody know that how you moving, you feel me? But that's what these young generation do. They want to show everybody that they doing something. Some situation happened with a boyfriend or whatever. They local. It took them a minute to get here, which you shouldn't have, because my time is worth money. But dude hit me up. He like, yo, she outside the car talking to her boyfriend. She done caught this nigga cheating. I'm about to leave her ass. And I'm looking at this nigga like, why you even involve yourself in the situation if that's how you feel? Because I'm like, you bringing her to me. Technically, because I'm associated with this situation now, I expect you to respect her. Period. Like, regardless of what, if you're not gonna be a friend or a man in that situation to try to help her, or you know what I mean, he about to leave her ass. Not where he picked her up from, but where the fuck she's standing at. So I fell back. I'm looking at this shit like, yo, this nigga's a whole fuck nigga. Then he brings her to the booth. She caught all up into her phone. She ain't focusing on what she here for. And then my man leaves. He said he was coming back. I don't know. So hour went by, some shit like that, right? I'm like, yo, where this nigga at? Because she's not focused. Ain't no need for you to be here. We wasting each other time because you caught up trying to deal with why your phone going off and you mad at the nigga, whatever situation you got going on. This is not a good time. So I'm like, my nigga, you just left her here? You not even gonna come back and get her? Now watch this. As a man with daughters, as a man that respects women, I never do no fuck shit like that. Like that whole situation, you a whole fuck nigga. You shouldn't have went and got her if you knew her space, her head space wasn't where it needed to be around me. Don't bring her here. Be like, yo, I'm gonna take you back to the crib. You need to call Big Unc and reschedule or whatever. That's thorough nigga shit. Not this nigga. He left her, y'all. He left her. Did not come back to get her. But watch this. So I'm thinking to myself, well, I'm going to go ahead and take you to the crib, you know what I mean? And I gave her some knowledge to go with it. Like, I ain't all in your business, but I kind of know what's going on. Focus on you, man. Period. I gave her a little game to go with it. You feel me? On some Big Unc shit. Now, here's where the shit get crazy. As a young woman, the women I know, the young ladies I know, they don't play that shit. You do some fuck shit, they're going to call you out on that fuck shit, and it's going to be known. I think they linked up later on that night to go out together at the club. The fuck? Hold up. So you let this nigga disrespect you, then disrespect you again, and then you gonna go hang with this nigga? What? No values. I got daughters bigger than me. I dated. I made sure not to call their dad to hate me, so he abandoned them. Wish they bring a fuck boy home. And daddy had matching. Hold up, y'all typing too fast. I ain't calling no dude like that. People, once again, though, women no longer hold them in the circle. That's what I'm saying, mamas. Listen. This is the shit that's wrong. I get on my daughters about shit like that. Like I took my daughter, I chaperoned her first fucking date. I'm trying to make sure, you know, is the young man paying for your shit? Because I'm like, yo, if I got to pull this nigga to the side and slide a couple of dollars in his pocket, he going to treat my daughter like a gentleman, period, right? But he had his money. And he was like, nah, I got it. I got it. All right, that's me letting you nigga, you going to treat my baby good. Okay, good. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here on the first night. So we have an understanding, nigga. Don't be no fuck nigga. Don't be no fuck nigga. The way I look at it, and I don't know why these young dudes don't look at it that way, but you got a 2-parent household, right? But if everything cool and y'all kicking it, nigga, now you got another OG on your team. You winning. Feel me on that. How the fuck y'all don't see that? Oh, them old niggas. Nigga, I ain't never disrespect my elders like that. For what? I'm winning. How? Why? I'm winning. The more motherfuckers I got on my team, I'm winning. When did that change? When did that change for this bullshit? The more people that I have on my team, I'm winning. So guess what that means? My character actually has value. The only person that could fuck that up is me. Now, don't get me wrong. As a jit, I was fucking up. I was. But I was in a bad space coming from gladiator school that I had to survive. So ain't no excuses. I learned. But my understanding on the game was, okay, you have to learn how to be a man. I'm going to pick the good fruit from the men that surround me. It changed when they forgot their value. Facts. I'm going to learn from the men around me. I'm not going to point the finger at my father for not being a stand-up dude. No. I respected my father to his death. I respected my mother till her death. Okay? It wasn't about what they did or what they had going on. I understood I'm out here. I got to find my way. I have to figure this shit out. I have to figure out what I want, where I want to be, how all that shit. You know what I mean? So when I see people who got a bunch of excuses, fuck you need excuses for? That's weak nigga shit. Either you gonna bust a move and make shit happen, shake shit, make shit happen, or you gonna stay in a level and be just like the rest of them has-been ass niggas who ain't never level up. And they out there. And then there's no disrespect to them. It's just about what the fuck do you want out of life? What I don't like though, in my travels, what I have seen, there are some women that pretend to be what you think you may need because they want to keep you. They want to keep you. Cream rises to the top all day. Everyone don't have theirs or guidance and healing and recovery from the absence of loss. Facts. But it's just simple for me. It's just simple understanding. Like, don't get me wrong. I've been disappointed by my father a lot of no-show shit. Niggas supposed to been took me to New York to go shopping. This nigga taking me to get clothes out of his motherfucking closet type shit. Air fly shit, but it wasn't the whole trip to go shopping in that bond and shit. Keep that check, warm body clout. That's called representatives, no doubt. He ain't never delivered, you know what I mean? Nigga give me a haircut, shit like that. But I understood. It doesn't matter what he did or whatever, right? That's my pops, period. Like, that's that nigga job. He got me here. I'm here. This is my world. You feel me? Find your lane. Don't worry about who didn't do what. These kids are spoiled. Don't worry about mama ain't give me enough money. I hustle. You feel me? Like, I've been hustling all my motherfucking life. I'm not gonna go without. But I'm not gonna do no dumb shit and live outside my means either. The minute I got myself out of debt, which was many, many moons ago, I vowed to never go back because that was a shitty ass feeling. And I had no one to blame but myself when I did that shit. And it was unnecessary. It didn't even have to happen. That's just part of the learning curve of being an adult. I had to learn. Oh, I fucked up. I felt that pressure. You feel me? A lot of these young foolies think they were old, the world owed them. Yeah, that part, that entitlement though. I spoke on this platform before. We fucked that up though. Chasing paper. We gave them that idea that kids growing up and tell on daddy and not mommy. We ain't even gonna go there. People won't correct themselves, don't see no wrong in it. But that goes back to the respect, yo. Like, feel me. So much would be erased. So much debt and bullshit and disrespect would be erased if we just started respecting. I'm gonna tell you something that's some funny shit that I noticed. When 9/11 happened, because it's almost the anniversary. Yeah. It's almost the anniversary, right? When 9/11 happened, everybody, like, it seemed like racism went out the window for a good 6 months, maybe somewhere around there. Everybody was on the same page for some reason. We all felt the impact of that shit, right? And somebody was like, oh, hell no, nigga. That is not the outcome that we wanted. And then the shit shifted again. Tell me you remember that. Motherfuckers was nice as fuck. People who wouldn't normally say shit to your ass were speaking with kindness. Kindness. And then I want to say maybe a little bit after that, after we found out that that war was some bullshit, shit changed. Everybody went back to being mean. My kid's been telling on both of us for over a year. We may have our attitudes and not be together. Yeah, man. That's a dirty game. That's a dirty game. I had to go through that. I experienced that shit too. Whenever I hung out with my step pop, whatever that nigga did was his business. If he get caught, it wasn't because I told. You feel me? It wasn't gonna be because I told. If mama did some shit, I'm not telling shit. I'm not telling shit. I'm not doing that. That like I'm not getting in other people's business. That's something I've been doing for my whole life. I got a lot of female cousins, right? I'm a street nigga, dude. I ain't about to be beefing with no niggas over my peoples. You feel me? I'm not getting involved. It's too many of them. I wouldn't even be here right now if I got in half they shit. Okay? I love you to death. Love them all to death. But I'm not that dude that's going to be out there in the streets. Now, if it's some old foul shit, though, that's a whole nother conversation. And they know that. They know that. Don't call me for the breakup shit and we lump this nigga the fuck up, or I lump a nigga the fuck up and then you back with this nigga. Like, no. No, I don't play around with that. I went through some shit like that with my daughter, man, and she ain't really speaking to me to this day, and it's funny. It's funny how that shit worked. The one person who I thought that if I had your back, baby, if I had your back and I was there for you, you would respect and understand that. But that let me know how different the world really is. And I ain't saying she the first one to do it. That's my first time getting involved in somebody else's shit. And she showed me exactly why you shouldn't get involved in somebody else's shit. It's almost like when a dude, when somebody asks you for something and you don't want to let a motherfucker borrow this shit because you like, yo, you fuck around and don't give me my shit back, or you let something happen to it, nigga, I might have to mop you with some shit, right? And then you go against the grain. After they done begged and begged and begged, and then you let them get it, and they do exactly, you get involved, and then they turn the facts, man. Hey, yo, look. I'm a patient hunter. You feel me? I'm a patient hunter. I feel like I had to go through that with my oldest son. Me and his mom never really got along. It wasn't even about a relationship with me and her. No long-term plans was ever discussed. But her vindictiveness, her horns, wasn't as big as mine. Her horns wasn't as big as mine. And then that became the battle. That became the relationship. Oh, I'm going to try to out fuck you up type shit. Exactly why I don't call you. Oh, I already know, baby girl. I already know. But you know when it's time to, you know when to call a motherfucker. You know what I mean? But yeah, hey, yo, look, we ain't had that boyfriend, girlfriend. Matter of fact, hell, I found out she had a nigga on some goofy shit. And I'm like, dude, you could have just told me. I could have moved like a side nigga. You got me out here moving free. You all out in public. You got a whole nigga out here, man. You done already fucked up with me. I don't do that messy shit. You feel me? So, long story short, we spent a lot of time not getting along. Not because I'm difficult, but if this is the game we gonna play, I'm out here to win, dude. I don't give a fuck what the rules are. What was sacrificed in that, though? My son. And that bothered me. No matter how many times I tried to right that wrong, it's difficult to do that when you're dealing with somebody that ain't mature like that. And it ain't no disrespect, that's just facts. That was beating a dead horse. So I had to bow out of the fight and wait for this nigga to turn 18. And hopefully he understands that I'm your father. Me and her don't fuck with each other like that, but she ain't in our way now. So if there's a relationship to be had, it's on me and you. And we like this now. But those are the sacrifices that you have to make sometimes, man. And ain't none of this shit scripted. Trust me, the way we grew up thinking how it should be, maybe even if we saw the good in our parents or we saw the good in somebody else's parents, it don't always work out that way, man. You feel me? It doesn't always work out that way. So instead of destroying or trying to destroy somebody, you have to learn patience, dude. Look, I'm great in a motherfucker. I know how fine I was when it happened. You got to learn patience. If you want that outcome to work out in your favor, sometimes you just got to fall the fuck back. That's an opportunity. Kids see that. My dad had to wait also. It still scars us because we don't understand the dynamics of adults as kids. Some of us. I figured, look, even between my mother and my father, I knew that shit was vinegar, but at the same time, I'm not going to disrespect that man. I try not to disrespect none of my elders. Your character might not be what it used to be with me, but I still believe in love. Like, feel me on that. Out of all the shit that I've been through in my life, as tight as my family used to be, it was love. We was raised on love. That's a drug to me. I don't care how the world changes. I don't care how the people in my family change. I don't care how my friends change. If you're not coming with love, we ain't talking about nothing. At the end of the day, that's the motherfucking bottom line. If we can't get to love, the beautiful part, the beautiful fruit, you feel me? If you can't get me high on love, then what the fuck is we really doing? Because I speak to niggas on the street that I don't know. Same cause and effect to me. And that's part of the problem also. Nobody's preaching love. We really don't have love songs. We have disrespectful, you fuck me, and then some old foul shit come after that, and that's the whole song. I've been listening to old school, like 60s and 70s R&B all fucking day long to keep my soul intact. And I advise a lot of young people, go back, man. Trust me. Listen to them lyrics. Them dudes wasn't safe neither. Them dudes was going to work and getting cheated on. Shit's different, man, but yet the same. You feel me? Shit's different, yet the same. These new crops, these new dudes, I like to see men bond. Just feel me on that. I'm used to being around soldiers, dude. Niggas that could finish my motherfucking sentence because we on the same wavelength. Niggas that understand. Look, I'm still trying to make it. We out here fronting like we made it because what? We got a crib. We got a little bit of independence. We ain't living in the projects no more. Nigga, we ain't went nowhere. That's the biggest motherfucking misconception we put out there in the atmosphere. We ain't went nowhere. My birthday is in 3 days, right? Even though I done accomplished shit in my life a lot, I still feel like it's a lot left on that plate. Here's the bittersweet part to that shit. I know I ain't gonna live forever. I know I may not complete the whole motherfucking thing, but I gamble on myself. I believe in myself. So I'm going to get that. You feel me? I'm going to try. And that's the key word, try. We got to get back to enforcing that, man. We done pacified motherfuckers so much. And truth be told, ain't got a pot to piss in. No facts. Facts. But look, though. My question is, the standards have changed. So what are we actually comparing anything to anymore? Because everything is so sporadic and so spread out. I personally, outside of what I grew up understanding and knowing what to be true, I don't know what the American dream is no more. I do know my respect for money and my understanding of money kept me from being a kingpin. My understanding and value for money kept me from doing a whole lot of big money shit because I'm not that greedy type motherfucker. I'm still out here to this day trying to get some dudes to understand, nigga, it's enough money out here for everybody. You don't have to come for what I got. I don't have to come for what you got. And trust me, same speech I said in 91 is in full effect in 2021, and these dudes still don't get it. So, with that being said, this is where I can't blame this generation if they're really getting paper. I'm loving that hustle. I'm loving that these kids are actually getting money. Okay? Family structures, what's missing? Facts. What I hate to see, though, is that money breeds a different kind of element. Because if you really got it and they don't, eventually they're coming after you next. Pop Smoke, prime example. Niggas is sitting around waiting for the next lick. That's a lifestyle. They ain't sitting around trying to better themselves. And then these dumb motherfuckers will get on social media and let you know that they robbed the nigga. What the fuck? Yo. As a dude that's been in them trenches, man, ain't no way in the hell I'm telling anybody shit. Period. I don't give a fuck. Fuck a like. Fuck a cut. Like, don't nobody need to know what you doing. Period. Move in silence, my nigga. You'll cake and bubble up and exit out the game quietly. They won't even know you was in the game type shit. Quietly. Go live your 401k drug money on the island some goddamn way, nigga. You feel me? No, not these dudes. And I can't save them. But I like that. Suicide bombers. I like that. Taking that shit. The generation before, but after them, the generation after them, we can say them. That's who we need to be focusing on. Because I asked my dude the other day on some funny shit like, yo, where you think these niggas gonna be at when they get our age? They not gonna be thorough niggas. They done skip kindergarten straight to a motherfucking master's degree. They ain't did nothing in between to solidify their foundation. It's literally impossible for these dudes to be stand-up dudes. How? You have no substance. You have no substance. And the narrative is exactly what you just said, yo. Money. Period. Motherfuckers don't understand money is a tool. It is not it is not a real status. Because money come and go. Money come and go. I done been broke, and by motherfucking 7 o'clock that night, I'm paid type shit. So it come and go. It's all about how you move. My thing is, if you a hustler, selling t-shirts. It ain't gotta be nothing illegal. Anything legal. If you a hustler and you know how to play the game, meaning you just can't live off of one hustle unless you an actor or some shit, or you doing something that's paying your ass millions and millions of dollars, bruh. If you ain't doing no shit like that, don't talk to me about hustling, man. You gotta have 15, 20 hustles. And you have to deliver. You have to deliver. I was supposed to be going out of town to do some hustling. I fucked my groin up. I ain't going nowhere. And I'm so upset. Because I planned this shit, man. I'm going to have to put it on pause until I figure some things out. But once again, I'm a hustler. I'm going to get that. It's going to be there. It may even be a better situation than when I said I was going to go. COVID was made to kill them faster than they killing themselves. I apologize to my children for raising them to be the example, to bring the light, the love, hopeful. Facts. You do your job, man. You do your job. And don't never, ever think like your efforts are in vain. That's all y'all. Parents, period. These kids, they not like us. Okay? As parents, I talk shit to my kids religiously. But they understand. I love y'all. But y'all ain't no niggas I'm going to go to war with. You feel me? I'll let them know. Step your game up. You feel me? Be better than me, though. You ain't got to be like me. I want you to be better than me. Be better than some of the motherfuckers that I done brought around you. You know what I mean? And explaining to them what the real true definition of generational wealth is. That's something that I learned during the pandemic. I had it all wrong. I'm sitting up here trying to set things up for my kids to be left shit. And it's like, nah, nigga, you have to build a legacy for your great grandkids. That when they're born, they automatically fall in line off of some last name shit. That's real generational wealth. So I had to fall back and restructure my whole game plan and my whole frame of thinking. Okay, there's a way to do it, but now I got to maneuver differently. During the pandemic is a good time to learn this. That's for all y'all. Generate land. Yeah, yes and no. And I'm going to tell you why land is really not an asset that you need to leave them. You need to leave them something that's going to be making money that they can't fucking sell. Okay? We leave them a house. They don't like the house. They'll sell the house, take the money. That lick is over with. That's not the move. That's what I thought. Get them some crib, get them some land and leave them something. Facts. That's not it. That's not it. That's what we was taught to believe though, because we seen family members leave shit and seen motherfuckers fight over shit. I'm like, okay, generational wealth. Let's say you have a business. Let's say you do some shit like you start a business, something that even if you're not around, it's still going to be making money, right? You can have it set up to where anybody in your family can have a percentage, meaning they either get a check in the mail. When the next child is born, they automatically get a check in the mail because they're part of your legacy, your empire. That's generational wealth. Setting it up to where you leave clauses. Okay, let's say you started off with some small shit. Let's say you was making $50,000 a year. Doing just the business was making $50,000 a year. And let's say in 2 years, it ended up being the next wave or something new, and it expands to $5 million a year. You're not gonna give them the $5 million. What you would do is leave a clause in place to keep that shit rolling over. So even when you die, your kids can't fuck with that business, sell that business, destroy that business. That business stays in the family and it keeps going. So even if motherfuckers out here claiming they living their best life, they gonna have to work for that. They're gonna have to contribute to keep that company growing and rolling. In the meantime, while you're gone, your bloodline is still producing offsprings. Okay? Well, who benefits from that? So let's just say your company name is Johnson. All the Johnsons are heir to the company that you started. Okay? And if they want to continue to get a check, they have to oversee to make sure this business grows. So the next 10 generations can benefit. This is where you get companies that's been around since 1879. Okay? You have to ask yourself, how? Motherfucker ain't 198 years old. How the fuck is that shit still? Feel me? That's how you do it. That's real generational wealth, dude. So understanding that. Now it's like, okay, fuck just a life insurance policy. We need to figure out how we set shit up for people in our family. Even the ones who ain't even trying. We need janitors. They ain't got to have a high level paying position in your company. You feel me? Exactly. That part. Like that ain't even something that you worry about when you're focused on generational wealth. Certain things, you ain't worried about the electric bill. You ain't worried about car insurance. Like all this shit that we worry about, my nigga, once you get on that level, all this shit changes. My understanding of it, everything done changed for me. So I try to talk to brothers, like-minded people, just to see if they got it in them. Because if they got it in them, I'm going to give them the game. I'm going to give them the same game that I'm giving y'all. And the information ain't some shit for me to keep. That's not something that's going to it's going to take care of my family. No, I want your family to do good too. You feel me? Let's get it together. And this is where you start building. Oh my God. Hey, and don't let us do that shit that they do. We mix bloodlines and okay, this is a whole meeting that happens. This is real shit. Okay. My daughter, your son, we're going to arrange this marriage so we can keep everything. We're going to take the B company and the A company, and it's going to be A, B, and C. All right. And we're going to merge this bitch. And then we're gonna take over. We're gonna buy all the McDonald's, and we're gonna turn them into Johnson and whatever the fuck. That's how they do it, man. That's how they do it. But a lot of people ain't thinking like that, man. I wish when I was out here hustling, man. Boy, I'm glad I didn't know none of this shit. I'm glad I didn't know none of that shit. Just because the motivation to set things up probably would have put me in a bad position, and they would have did me like they did everybody else, dude. But I was smart enough not to do no dumb shit like that. I knew when to stop. I knew when to say, okay, we you're getting too close, nigga. You know, there's legal ways to make money, man. Arranged marriage, I don't want to do it just like them, not just the marriage shit. Well, I feel you, but we make sacrifices. Feel me on this. We make sacrifices, whether they are actually wrong or right. Okay. So at the end of the day, even though you want the freedom of being free and you want your kids to have the freedom of being free, sometimes we got to be Blake and Alexis Carrington out this motherfucker, man. If you want that, you have to make sacrifices. Matter of fact, this life ain't even yours. Feel me though. This life ain't even yours when you on a mission like that. You already looking ahead. You already setting people up. Whether like I've seen shit skip generations. So let's say your kids don't get it. Well, maybe your grandkids are the ones that's going to take over. The key thing is having somebody in your family that understands this shit right here. That's it. You got to have one motherfucker in your family that's going to be able to keep this thing going. And they have to be fruitful and multiply also. Keep it going. That's it. Consistency. That's how motherfuckers have a whole company for motherfucking 198 years and you still using their goddamn products. You feel me? You gotta do that shit, man. You gotta do that shit. You gotta put in that time. And it ain't a whole lot to understand. You get you a legal team, you ask the right questions, you learn on the motherfucking job. Yes, you are gonna make mistakes, but don't make the ones that's gonna set you back because goddamn, we tired of starting over. You feel me? We tired of starting over. I ain't out here dating a whole bunch of women type shit because I'm tired of starting over, nigga. I can't do it. I can't do it. The next time I do some shit, nigga, I got to be right. For real. And scared money don't make none. Find little things, man. I see everybody out here selling t-shirts. That's a good start. What you sipping on? Tea. Tea. Some of the best tea in the motherfucking county. I don't be drinking alcohol. I'm scared to drink alcohol. I ain't had a drink in a minute. But listen though. My birthday, man. I'm mad. I wanted to go to New York for my born day, y'all. I still may go. I'm hard-headed. For real. I may limp to that motherfucker, but I still may go, man. I'm contemplating on that shit. I want to have a good time. I got some ideas and I need some people. I got to talk to some people about doing some things. And we ain't talking about nothing illegal. Yeah, man. Hey, but yo, I'm going to tell you the crazy shit. It's been hurting. I just forgot about the shit. And one night, it reminded me that it was still here. So it was like, okay, all I got to do is just wrap the shit up and be mindful of the shit, and I'll be all right. Do you miss drinking? You know what it is? I'm a social drinker. And the people that I used to socially drink with, dead. So I either got to make new friends to socially drink with, you know what I mean, on some casual shit. My drink of choice, I'm not really a liquor person. Like, I like imported beers. I don't like American beers. I'm sorry. I like my favorite beer used to be Molson Nice. That's a Canadian beer, but I don't see that motherfucker nowhere. So Heineken's, imported beers. If I do drink liquor, I think my liquor choice is white liquor. Like, I like Patron, I like rum, vodka. You know what I mean? Mix the drinks up or whatever. Yeah, I can fuck with that. This my other friend. Me and her done got back together. Hey, yo, any of y'all seen that new Rick James documentary? If you haven't, go watch that shit. Go watch that shit. That shit is fire. I tell you what, though, I can only drink then dance. My boyfriend is married. I feel you. I feel you. Me and her got back together. I did a whole song about the shit. I should have never left her. But before I did, I was making some bad choices. And I was regretting that shit the next day. So I had to leave her alone. For real, for real. I had to leave her alone just so I could grow. Mm-hmm. Y'all need to watch that shit. I forgot what it's on. I do fire sticks too, so hey y'all, I'm putting this out in the atmosphere. So look though, I know a lot of people say they do fire sticks. Listen, I know some shit to where if you let me program your shit, you don't need a satellite, dude. Like for $56, you could have 3 months of everything. We ain't talk about no bullshit canned version movies and none of that shit. You can get everything. So if you need to get your shit programmed, you need to holler at your boy. I tell you where how to go about it. I don't charge nothing but $50. Yeah, man. Matter of fact, 9/11, I gotta re-up my subscription. So yeah, trust me, it's there. You don't have to worry about it. Why do you say you couldn't grow? Elaborate. All right, so I was a wild boy. Like my combination drug was weed and women. All right, so it just made the sex better. That was my drug. If I got high, I had to have sex, and I was having questionable rendezvous and shit that wanting to not be that way. The weed wasn't helping me to stick to that because it was like in the daytime, I'm good. At the nighttime, we about to do some fucking up. And usually the fucking up led to the same old shit. Get high, get some women to the crib. Next thing you know, she horny, I'm horny, we fucking. All right. I got tired of that. Okay. And I had to get on my own ass, like, yo, you gotta stop this shit, my nigga. Like, it's happening too much. And we talking about, if not damn near every day, it was happening too much. You feel me? So I had to get on my discipline, man, and trust me, I ain't want to let her go. I had got put on house arrest and shit. And technically that was the blessing. I failed 2 piss tests. I wasn't even smoking. I'm like, how the fuck that happened? How the fuck I failed 2 piss tests and I wasn't even smoking? How many kids do I have? Shit, I got 7. 7. And I'm the last one of the boys in my family to have kids. I'm the last one, and I got more kids than all of them now. Hey, I like making them. Who don't? And pregnant pee is the bomb. You had smoked for the. Hey, y'all, I've been smoking since I was 5. I blame my aunt for that shit. Everybody in my family smoked, so it's one of them things, man. My uncle, we used to go over my uncle's house. I knew he smoked. I run in his crib, find that nigga stash real quick, hit that nigga shit, put it back, go outside. I'm playing with kids my age, and I promise you, blue was not blue, green was not green, but it was sunny than a motherfucker, and I had a good time. My childhood was a little bit different than the average nigga, man. For real, for real. Now I can't smoke blunts like them young kids, not with this loud. I refuse. I can't do it. Are you married or you? Yeah, I've been married, man. Yeah, that I've been married, man. I've been married. Let me tell you something about that ring. If the 2 people are not committed to the relationship, that ring has no power. Ben, yes, Ben, not R, Ben. That ring has no power. And I want to say within the first year, I took my ring off. Didn't mean I wasn't married at the time, but it ain't had no power. You feel me? All of that shit that they told you about the ring and how it deters motherfuckers from you, it don't do that. And then being that young and being tested, I was still working on me. Let's put it like that. So I'm a much more disciplined individual now. But at that particular time, there was other plans in the mix as to why I got married. I got married because I was in the military. Will you ever do it? That's a good fucking question, yo. I ask myself that shit a lot. Would I ever do it again? Personally, I can't say no because I love love. You feel me? Like at the end of the day, it doesn't turn me away from love. 20 years ago, I would initiate. Thank God he was raised better and forced me to grow. Real talk. That part. And but look though, and I'm glad you said that. Me understanding that I have to clean my house in order to be the man that you want me to be. Basically meant, let me clean my house. Okay. There's no telling what I got in my house to clean. But if you understand that, then you work with a brother. Because I'm still trying to mature to be the type of man that I know that you deserve and that you want. And I was committed to that. It just didn't happen in a timely fashion. Okay. And then there was a lot of things where, you usually tell somebody something. When you break the guy code, I expect that to solidify that I was serious, and it didn't work out that way. They used that shit as ammo against me, and I'm like, how you expect me to mature if you doing childish shit like that, my nigga? Like, no, like I'm not going to allow that. So you got one person basically fighting for a relationship that didn't stand a chance. 7 years in, I let him get discount, strip clubs, home good, car good. I don't like lies or submitting to a man. Ain't doing what that did. You ain't supposed to. Look. Here's something that I learned. Here's something I learned about women as an adult. Man, you can get damn near everything you want if you play the game right. The game meaning her game. That's just how it is. At the end of the day, that's just how it is. It don't make you no punk. It don't make you less of a man. She know who you are. But the fact that you're the one that's willing to give a little, she'll respect that. Feel me on that. All that freaky shit you want, you want her, nigga, you get all that. Play a game. She also has to play yours, but you feel me? Play a game. But that's what relationships is about. Playing each other game. Tolerating each other. Respecting each other. He did, I was simple, but don't shame me. That part. I was very good at keeping shit out of the way. That needed to be. I was very good at doing that. But at the end of the day, it's tedious, it's work, and I got my house clean. But it was a little bit too late. Oh, damn. Yeah, I feel that. That's one of them deal breakers. Everybody ain't cut out for that. I understand that. But you spend that time learning. Feel me on this. You spend that time learning her. Period. You got to. And women change. Do you? Hell no. No, 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 no. Damage? No. Smarter? Yes. Better? Yes. Let me tell you why. I'm intelligent enough to know what I'm doing. I'm intelligent enough to know what somebody else is doing. So you can never damage me having understanding. There's no emotions involved when you understand shit. So I'm a little different. Exactly. I'm always trying to grow. The thing that tripped me out though was that you asked for maturity and I gave it to you. But I matured at a rate that surpassed where she was at. So when I look back to extend my hand, she was stuck in her ways. She wasn't moving, B. So I had to leave her there. You feel me? You feel me? That's simple math right there. Okay. I like this game. I get to be grown. Okay. Okay. I want to do this shit. This is fun. Exactly. This is fun. All right. I want to be the grownest motherfucker on the planet. How I do that? You keep going. You keep going. You learn something new about yourself every day. You are working on you every day. So can't nobody put you in no fucking box. Can't nobody say some shit like, yo, you different. You're not supposed to stay the same. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. You ain't supposed to stay the same, man. You're supposed to grow. But you're supposed, it helps if you grow together. You feel me? That's something that I learned. If y'all not growing at the same rate or at the same time, that scale is a little unbalanced, man. And, you know, shit happens then. Friction. It be like that sometimes, you did. I can't say that I'm going to be back Monday because it's my born day. If I don't dip out, I will be back and doing music reviews on Wednesday, and I'll be back podcasting again next Friday. Even if I'm out of town, I'm going to still do a show on Friday. I'll just be doing it from up top. You feel me? So, Big Bass, Real Rap Talk Podcast, man. Thank y'all for being here. I had fun. This shit is therapeutic. We must do this again, y'all. Peace.